Hey, Cosmo here. I'm joined with my good friend Logan
Hello, hello.
in this series of videos that's hopefully going to be more than just this one if Logan doesn't leave me. We're going to just have a chat.
Wait, no, hold up.
Oh,
You left me
oh.
10 years ago.
You need to get over that, man. You need to get over that. These videos are just literally us chatting nonsense like we always do, but we thought we'd film it and probably play a little bit of Minecraft at the same time. By the way, this is going to be I'm not gonna say adult content because it's not like nude pics or anything like that. I'd hope. I don't know. It depends what Minecraft skin you got there,
Oh, I
but
should put them away. Hang on then.
but, yeah, we're not going to be holding our p's and q's here, so we're going to be happy to.
P's and Q's, what does that mean?
I don't-
Penis and what? Quinoa.
This is not for children. Get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just gonna we've both chosen something that we're going to build, and the other one is then gonna have to guess what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, I've got an idea for what I want to do, and hopefully you guess it. If you don't, then I'm gonna cry into a
Yeah,
pillow.
and
But
I'm hoping if this wall isn't tall enough, I'll have to sort of like come around to your side and then casually build it taller. I mean, do you want to set like an hour time limit, or give us like 45 minutes just to see where we're at in 45 minutes, and then maybe have like a quick 10-minute countdown at the end of that time to like rush through?
we can do that. We could build until we run out of things to say, and then
Yeah,
and then go with a 10-minute after that. It's up
yeah.
to you. I don't
Okay.
mind.
Sounds good. Yeah. So we'll just the building thing is just for something to do, as opposed to it's not really the requirement of what we're doing. Nice.
Cool.
Okay. If you're good to go, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, something I was talking about recently actually with some friends at work was just like 90's toys and stuff. Really, it was something that I was intrigued by, and I
Hmm.
remember obviously you and I we've been friends for a long, long time. So a lot of the stuff I was into as a kid, we sort of shared together.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if we ever played BeyBlades together though. I can't remember actually that being a thing we did together, but it was definitely something I was quite big into when I was at school
Yeah, I
age.
don't know if we played it together, but I had loads of them.
Yeah, oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I used to go down to Woolworths and just buy every single one that I could.
So you're already showing your age, Woolworths. Yeah, nice. Yeah, man, I remember they were pretty good stuff. I'm not sure what happened to them though. I'm not sure if they just sort of, I mean, like all crazes, I suppose they die out and eventually they sort of come back again.
Well, I
Who knows why?
remember that at our school they were actually banned, weren't they? Because someone got hit in the face with one, and they were like, "Yeah, we can't do this." So that might have been what happened to a lot of schools, and then it
They
just
sort
kind
of
of died out because of that.
they die out, yeah, naturally. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, if it gets banned, it kind of initially probably gains a bit more traction because it did like, oh, contraband, and then afterwards, like, actually,
Yeah,
this is this is
contraband.
this is more effort than it's
Yeah.
worth.
No, but that was, man, I loved Beyblade. It was so cool.
Yeah, they were pretty smart stuff. I remember one of my friends who was my next door neighbor at the time, and he'd made like a an arena that was like
No. Did he?
Robot Wars arena, but for Beyblades.
What? What with
It was
like little holes and like
Yeah, yeah, and it was like
that's mad.
a pit with like black and like loads of yellow lines everywhere, and yeah, it was pretty sick, man. It was really cool.
So, because I remember the other day, you know, when you just end up on YouTube and you end up just seeing random things, and you're like, "What? How am I here?" I think
Yeah,
it was like
how did I even get here? Yeah,
I think it was like maybe 4 in the morning or something, and
right.
somehow I was watching a Beyblade competition.
Were you really?
Yeah,
What was this? Quite recently?
yeah, it was recently. I was like, "How did I get here?"
How bizarre! What's the chance of that happening?
Yeah, no, it's mad. But like, it obviously didn't go very well because it was just a little plastic thing. But
Yeah, yeah,
that's mad, isn't it?
yeah. That's quite
It's
mad.
still going though. I think that was a recent video as well.
Oh, fair. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, I can't remember the last time I even looked at a Beyblade. It's probably my nostalgia. Is probably remembers them being a lot cooler than what they actually were. But,
Well, it was pieces of metal and plastic flying very fast at each other.
yeah, it was
Probably
good.
cool.
Good stuff. Yeah, exactly. Can't really get that wrong.
I
Right.
actually recently messaged my friend's mum, who
Oh yeah.
had all of my Beyblades at their house in their loft,
Oh yeah.
because I remember I took them over there when it was still cool,
All
and
right.
yeah,
Nice.
like left them there or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, have you still got those Beyblades of mine?" She's like, "Oh yeah, we threw them out."
Oh,
Man, how sucky is that?
outrageous. I may have taken on a
Wait,
project a lot bigger here than I should have done.
you always do that, man.
Yeah, yeah. And I've just done feet at this point, and it's already this tall. This it's gonna be silly.
But 90s stuff was always the best.
Yeah, man, we did some good stuff in the 90s. It was pretty cool. I mean, I bought my partner some Pogs a couple of years ago. Actually, that was
Right.
quite a funny event. I went on. I can't remember if she either had never played Pogs or was like she hasn't played them in so long that she was curious to play them again. So anyway,
Right.
I think it was for a birthday present of all the random things to do. I bought her some Pogs off the
Wait, aren't
internet.
you guys married?
We're married now, but at the time we were just engaged.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait. Why did she
uh,
marry you then?
I have no idea. But yeah, so we so I went on eBay and I had a look online on there, and there was people selling Pogs, and it was only a few quid, like talk about 4 or 5 quid.
Right.
So I don't really do eBay that much, to be honest. I don't really, it's not the sort of thing I tend to do. So I just thought I bid on a couple of them, just make sure I won at least one of them.
Oh no. How much did you
Thinking
spend?
it wasn't a lot. We are probably
Oh, I thought they were
talking,
gonna be like, you ended
yeah.
up bidding and it got to like £700, and you're like, I've got to get
No,
them.
no, but I then forgot to go back and check to see what the bids were like after a while. And
Oh,
then it turned out I actually won all of the things I bidded on. Um,
really?
yeah, I went from having no pogs to having like 200
All of the
pogs.
pogs?
Yeah, yeah, and
Oh
slammers as
no.
well. So
What?
yeah, I've now got like a ridiculous amount of pogs and slammers. I think we played them once. Jay was just like, "Yeah,
Oh crap.
hey, what is this?"
And you're
So,
like, no, please. Just spent so
I'm
much money on these.
invested in this. Yeah, I've got stonks in this stuff now.
You're like,
Yeah,
you know that mortgage that we were saving up for?
yeah. It's now in pog form.
It's now in pogs. Well, if the world comes to an end and everyone starts using pogs to
Yeah, it's
buy,
currency. That's it. I'm on it.
you're
My
gonna be
old
rich. To be
yeah.
fair, I've actually still got all of my pogs, which,
Have
funnily
you?
enough, I found the other day. Yeah,
Oh my
we
god.
should have a pog fight.
We should just throw 'em each other like
What
tiddlywinks.
was it called? Was it a pog battle? Was it a pog off?
I don't know. It's been so. I don't even remember the last time I even played Pogs. That was definitely like primary school stuff.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to make
pogs.
him have a waste of some form.
Him.
Oh, it. What is
Hmm.
this? Oh no.
Him.
Spoilers. Spoilers. Was that
Hmm.
a bluff? Or was that a bluff?
Or was that a nothing?
Oh, uh, oh my god, this thing's going to be ridiculous. All right, we've been playing 5 minutes at this point. We're doing fine. We're doing fine.
I really do hope that you know what I'm making,
I
because
hope I know
it's
what I'm
something
making.
about us.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Mm,
Ah, that's pretty cool.
indeed.
Do you know one of the other things I miss is playing Halo 3. That was pretty good times. That was pretty
Man, I
legendary stuff.
remember the day that I got Halo 2,
Halo
and because
2.
yeah, because we were in school actually. You and I were,
Oh yeah.
and you'd actually reminded me of it. We were in the canteen,
Oh yeah.
and
Nice.
you were like, "Oh yeah, that Halo 2 comes out today," and I was like, "What? Does it?" And you're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh crap!" Like I didn't know, and when you're a kid, it's like you want to get the game on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day of release because you don't want to miss out, and everyone else is talking about it at school, and you're like, "Oh, I've got to get the game." So
yeah, yeah.
I remember I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna have to come up with an idea of how to get it." So I remember I went home that day, and I remember I ran home as well with Simon. You remember Simon? And I got home and I was like, "Mum, I'm gonna have to call my dad." And she's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "'Cause there's this game that I really want to get, and I didn't even know that it was coming out today, and I need it. Like I really, really want it." She's like, "Oh, well, what game is it?" I was like, "Oh, it's Halo." And she was like, "Oh, what, this one?" And literally pulled it out of her pocket.
Oh,
She'd
nice.
picked it up for me. She didn't even know that I
Oh.
wanted it. She was like, "I saw it and I thought that maybe you'd like it." And I'm like, "What?"
Oh,
And
amazing. That's pretty
yeah,
awesome.
and I spent all night playing that game. And and then when we got Halo 3, I think we just
Tore,
absolutely smashed it, didn't we? We
tore
spent
it
so
up.
many hours on that.
Yeah, that was good. We should have been playing music and like actually doing band practice, but that was
Yeah,
time well in my eyes. It's time well spent.
it was definitely.
It was the game I was good at. I've said it for years. Like I'm not good at playing many games, but Halo 3 was my game.
Yeah, we
I
did
just
get we did get really
absolutely
good at it.
loved that game.
We were the
I mean,
first MLGs before that was a
yeah,
thing.
exactly. It was before online play, really, wasn't it? We're talking. it was mostly us lot just playing off. Although we did play online, actually, to be fair.
We did
but it
play.
was,
Yeah, we did play online, but
yeah,
because we didn't have it at that point. I don't think.
it was very
So it was
much.
just you and me and our friends, and we just split screen it
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. It was good stuff, man. It was such a good game. Well, what I loved about the concept of Halo is the fact that you're all given the same weapons and you just sort of get on with it, which is kind of
Yeah,
the complete opposite of Fortnite, which is, you drop in the middle. Okay, you all start off at the same level, but it's very much down to if you get the right gun. I mean, I suppose Halo is kind of like that, but you kind of knew where the guns were in
yeah.
Halo.
But with
So that
Fortnite and
was,
Apex, they're just completely random.
yeah, it's which is, I did kind of enjoy that concept initially. Um, But yeah, there was something about Halo that just for me was just the master
Yeah, it
of
was just
that type
something
of
else, wasn't
gaming.
it? What other games did we play?
It was mostly Halo to my recollection, to be
Halo.
honest.
Did you ever play Gears of War with me?
I loved Gears of War, man.
Did we play it together? I don't remember.
I believe we probably did because I remember we used to. Well, I'm sure it was me and you used to play. What's the Horde? And you have them all running
Horde.
at it. You have them all
Yeah,
running
man.
out at you. And you just got to try and get better and better and better. Every time it gets
Hmm.
up to like level 9, it gets really intense, and it drops back
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
The intensity side. Every time it gets like 20, it then sort of drops back a little bit. It's just proper intense. But yeah, that was good fun.
yeah. I played that so much,
That was a good
so
game.
so much. Oh, how the hell am I going to do this?
Yeah, I'm kind of at a point now where I'm like, is this even good? I'm just committed at this point.
You've got to commit, man. You've got to commit. So, from 90's and like 2000s nostalgia, what else was there? I mean, what kind of cartoons did we used to watch back then? Apart from like
um,
Hey Arnold and
yeah, Hey Arnold was a good one, man. Ren and Stimpy was a good one. There was one of those.
mate Ren and Stimpy. I remember my mum and dad used to be like, you shouldn't really be watching this, and I'd always be like, why? And now when I watch it, I'm like, oh god,
Oh my god, yeah,
this is bad.
yeah. I remember. I remember when not Crash Bandicoot, when what's his name, SpongeBob first come out. Um, that was
How did you get those two?
I don't know. It's because it was just on my brain. I was thinking about the 90's nostalgia.
No, that's fair.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, when SpongeBob first come out, that was pretty crazy because it was the level of comedy in it was quite strange. Like a lot of the jokes some of them were quite close to the line.
Tongue in
Um,
cheek.
yeah, so they did quite a good job
There was
with.
that swearing episode, wasn't there? Where
Yes, yeah,
it
that was
played like a dolphin noise every time.
yeah.
Did you ever watch Two Angry Beavers?
Two Angry Beavers? No, I've not even heard of that, to be honest.
Man, is it? Hopefully, someone who's watching this in the comments, they'll say yes. I watched Two Angry Beavers. It was on Cartoon Network. You know when it got really late at night and you had like Cow and Chicken come on,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, it was around then, and you had like
Right.
I Am Weasel.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember I Am Weasel. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was similar to that, but just weird.
Just messed up. To be
It's
fair,
Two Angry Beavers.
Cow and Chicken was proper messed up. I remember my mum didn't like Cow and Chicken. It really used to annoy the hell out of her. And I've since watched an episode now. I'm older, and I was like, oh my god, this is just so annoying. It's just
Oh, is it?
it's really aggravating to watch now. I really struggle watching it. But it was funny. But yeah, it was good though. But it was just proper like what, just mental.
Yeah, because
uh,
Cow and Chicken, they had the red guy, didn't they? Who used
yeah,
to
it was very
bounce
sexual.
around on his butt.
Watching it now, it's just I just think they would go away with it now.
No, definitely
It's
not.
too much. I mean, another one was Johnny Bravo. That was another one that was like supposed to be for kids. But
So
it's like
sexist.
it's so yeah, and sexist as well. Yeah, it was just crazy stuff.
But then later on, you got things like Powerpuff Girls, and the like level of comedy in those shows were just
Yeah,
genius. They were just so
yeah,
good. But then there was like one episode that was just horrifying. Well, I mean, there's always one, isn't there?
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, there was an episode where everyone had died, and like
Oh, really?
they'd like traveled so fast, like
Oh,
because they were flying home after school or something,
right.
and they traveled so fast that time ended up warping, and they like
Oh,
went
okay.
into the
Oh,
future,
right,
and
really old.
everyone was dead, and you're
Oh
like,
my
what
god.
is going on? This is
Yeah, that is pretty messed up. How are you finding this though? You enjoying what you're doing? Is this working all right for you?
I have never built what I am building right now.
Yeah,
And the thing is, it is quite typically a Minecraft thing to build.
right. Okay.
That might give it away a little bit. But yeah, I've never built this in Minecraft before, and I've played this a
Yeah.
long time, so it's interesting to do. I've got Michael Jackson stuck in my head now.
Oh Jesus! This is all right. From this angle here, what am I thinking? Oh, Alexa's joining in now. Shut up, Alexa. I wasn't asking you what you thought.
Alexa, execute Order 66.
Starts rampaging around my living room. It's grown legs. It's
Sets the
grown
Roomba
legs.
off. Got a little knife on the Roomba.
Blimey.
Well, it's all about nostalgia, right? Did we go to the same primary school as well?
No, I lived on Gordon Road, but I went to.
But you chose to go to a better school.
This is very specific conversation for people that live local. But I lived near Cliff Road when I started going to primary school. So I
you went to Temple.
For secondary school, yeah. But for my
No,
primary
you
school,
went to Temple.
that didn't exist, mate. When I was at primary school,
What, the little one?
yeah, it didn't exist when I was at primary
For
school.
the
mate.
wee babies.
Yeah, it didn't exist.
What?
I went to a primary school called St Mary's Primary School,
Oh, of course.
which was on Gun Lane, I believe that was called.
You know what? St Nick's.
Yeah.
I know where that is. I almost died there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you want to hear a little funny story?
Yeah. I've still got a scar on my chest from that primary school.
What?
You tell your story, then I'll tell mine.
Okay. All right. So, it was Beano. It was me and Beano, and we went to St Nick's because it was on that hill, wasn't it? It had that big hill next to it.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Are we talking about the same school?
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, there was a big hill next to it, and we were just messing around. I think we just found things and we were going to race with them, and it was like a shopping trolley and a big biffa bin.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, exactly. So we're on the top of this hill. Beano's got the biffa bin, big red. For people that don't know what biffa bins are, we'll chuck one up on the screen. It's this giant red bin that is probably about 1,000 tons, and and so Beano's on the outside of this bin, and he's holding onto it. And I got in the shopping trolley, and we thought, yeah, this would be fine. Now, a shopping trolley is faster than a biffa bin.
Yes, I'd say so.
Yeah, which meant that I went in front of him, but I started spinning as well. So I'm spinning down this hill, and I hit the bottom because there was like a big gate at the bottom for the school, and and then the biffa bin came down and crushed me into the fence, and there was like a hole in that fence for a long time. I think it's actually still there.
Amazing.
But I didn't die. I almost did, but I didn't.
Yeah, that sounds pretty intense.
You have a scar on your chest.
Yeah. Well, I don't recommend doing this at all. But where we grew up, during the summer holidays, there wasn't really that much to do. So one of the things kids used to do was climb over the school fences and play football on the school grounds, which is quite a common thing. We even did it on Gordon Road Primary School. In fact, I remember
I ripped my shirt up because of that.
I remember in your back garden on Gordon Road, there was a ladder or something we used to get and stick it up on the wall over the alleyway into the primary school, so you could actually climb over easier. Again, I don't recommend doing this, but it was a thing we did. But it was quite funny. But we weren't to vandalise or anything. It was literally just to play football on the field. It was just a big, massive green field to play on. But I remember at my old primary school, again, I would have been definitely secondary school age when we did this. But we climbed over the fence to get into the school, over the gate. The actual walls around the school had smashed up glass bottles stuck into the concrete on top of the wall around a primary school.
So people didn't break in and stuff.
Yeah, but it
is a thing, isn't it?
Think about it now. It's madness to think about it. It's like, why would you? That's around a primary school. That's what you did. Like, that's just totally bizarre. But anyway, yeah. So we all climbed over the school fence and we were just playing football on the field or whatever. We've been there for a little while, and then at one point I happened to walk nearer the school, and I then realised once we walked past one of the doors, there was actually a teacher in the building. So they must have been there to do some sort of I don't know. It was during the middle of summer holidays. But I saw the teacher, locked eyes with her, and panicked. And I was like, oh my god! And I was like, I remember the panic, the fear, like, oh my god! 'Cause
Yeah,
I used to go to that primary school, so I wasn't sure if she even recognised me. So I was just like, oh my god! So I was like, let's just go. So we sort of run out. Well, the guys are all running off. I'm climbing over the back gate to get out of the primary school, and because we're in a rush, I slipped my foot and I hit the top of the gate. The gate had like spikes on top of it, but
mhm.
they were sort of slightly folded over. Sort of
Yeah, I
spikes.
remember
They
them.
weren't like proper spikes. But anyway, I slipped my foot slipped, and I landed on my chest on one of those spikes. But
Ooh,
it sort of it hit me in like the rib cage, about an inch away from where you got the soft bit underneath your rib cage. It was about an inch above that soft bit.
ooh.
So if it had gone like an inch or two lower, it would have probably impaled me, like actually hurt, like bad. But yeah, no. Last time I looked, I have actually still got a scar there from when that happened. And,
How big is the scar?
it's not very big, again because it hit bone. But if it had been like an
Ah,
inch or two lower, that would have
th- thought
it
you were
would have
gonna
been
make it out to be like you were
would have
a
been like,
survivor of
oh yeah, no,
some
yeah,
sort of bad
this
event.
this is my war wound. This is as bad as I get.
Man, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
But yeah, it was very stupid, and yeah, I realized the error of my ways, and I never climbed over that school fence again.
But you climbed over other fences.
Maybe. But yeah, trying to think of other random activities we used to get up to. God, I
Well,
wasn't
we went
there.
through that jackass stage, didn't we?
Oh, that was good. I wasn't
Was
there
it?
during it,
I
but
was
I
the one always
remember.
getting hurt.
I would like to say it was even, but I don't think it was. There was definitely pain involved on both of our parts, but yeah, it may have been more one-sided looking back. I remember a story. I said I don't think I was there at the time of Beano managing to get hit by a milk float. I remember
Oh
that
yeah.
quite a prominent story of our,
Yeah, yeah,
childhood.
yeah.
How did that actually come to be? How did he manage to actually get hit by a milk float?
I think he just wasn't paying attention. I don't think either of them were paying attention, him or the milkman.
Oh right, okay.
And
Because that's
and
quite a steep
obviously,
hill you live on. Was it on your road? Was it? Because it's quite
I
a
think
really
yeah,
steep
yeah. He told me it was on because I only heard the aftermath.
right? Yeah, it'd be quite a situation I'd have thought to be involved in.
I mean, no one really got hurt. So it's a milk float. They're doing like 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, wasn't it snowing at the time as well?
Oh, it might have been.
I think that was part of the reason how he managed to get hit because the milk floats tried to slam on his brakes, and then
That would make
it,
sense.
it
Yeah,
couldn't
that might have been
stop
what
because it just
happened.
carried on sliding down the hill. And this is why, from my recollection of what I remember being told at the time. But
But you probably remember it better than I do.
I didn't see it. I wasn't there. I just remember being told about it at school later on that this had happened, and I was just like, "That's pretty funny."
We ended up breaking his ankle as well once at school.
Oh, really? Was,
Yeah,
was
well,
this a we situation?
it was. Yeah. Oh, I feel bad now. Um,
That's
so
funny.
what had happened was he used to hang out with all of the kids that were in like the year above him,
Oh, right. Yeah.
which was obviously the year above us as well. So
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, dude, like, why you keep like leaving us?" And yeah, so he used to hang out with like the people in the year above him,
Right.
and we kind of got annoyed by it because he would always just like he would talk to us during the classes, and then break time would
Bugger
come and
off.
he'd just disappear, and we're like, dude, like what the fuck? So we were like,
Disowned.
well,
Yeah.
you know what, we're gonna be like doing play fighting. What we used to do is we get sticks and just beat each other with them, or our
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
backpacks,
Sure.
you know, school stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we're down the end of the field and we're just messing around and we're pushing each other over and having a dog pile and crap like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And Beano comes down and he's like, "Yeah, so it was everyone's in the year above us. It was everyone's last day today."
Right.
And we're like, "Oh, right, so that's why you've come over." And he was like, "Yeah, well, there's no one else to hang out with, is there?" And we were like,
Right.
"What?" So we were like, "Right, well, when
Oh,
he
that's
when
it.
he
Yeah.
when he comes over, we'll just like pretend to be play fighting, but we'll just be pushing him around a bit more."
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
And and honestly, someone just pushed him. Like it wasn't even hit. Like it wasn't even hard. It wasn't like no
Oh,
one
right.
attacked him or anything. Just pushed him, and he was sort of like doing that whole, you got your arms and you're sort of flailing backwards, trying
Oh,
to
right.
not
Yeah.
fall
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And then he fell over, and then there was this big scream, and he'd broken his ankle, and we were like,
Oh,
"Oh well,
just
that's
bad placement of his foot or something. Yeah. Just
yeah,
twisted
well,
it.
that's what you get, mate.
Uh,
That's
don't
what you
mess with
get.
you. Don't mess with you.
Don't mess with the fucking temple crew."
That's it. Bust your ankle, son.
Yeah, well, put your knees in.
bust you up. An all boys school to have 2 Miss Cox was just really bad,
And a Mr. Hunt.
and a Mr. Bog. It was just not helping themselves. Although
Yeah,
Mr. Bog was amazing. He was one of the best
he
teachers
was the best, man. He's so cool.
His thing was, he was actually a retired police officer, and his thing was he knew that he used to say to us a lot, "I can leave at any time because I've already retired from the police force. I just do this because I want to. So if I do something to you and your parents try to sue me, I'll be out the country before it goes anywhere." Which is
That's
so unique.
amazing.
And he was our head of year, and I remember one of the lads, we were sitting in the assembly hall, and one of the lads didn't tuck his shirt in, but he was supposed to have done. And we were all sitting on the floor cross-legged, and he comes over to him and goes, "Tuck your shirt in," and puts his foot on his shoulder and pushes him backwards with his foot. Because we're sitting there cross-legged, so he puts his foot on his shoulder and pushes him backwards with his foot, and keeps his foot on his chest, and says to him, "Tuck your shirt in," and just says it to him and keeps saying it to him. Well, his foot's still on his chest, and his lad's there trying to tuck his t-shirt, his shirt into his trousers, was laying flat on his back with the teacher
That is
with one
amazing.
foot standing on him.
Was it you that told me about the time that class just glued a table to the ceiling?
I
Was
don't
it
know
you?
about
I
I'm not
remember
sure about
being told
gluing
it.
things to ceilings. I remember in our English class, again, I'm not recommending people doing this. There was quite a common thing where the ceiling tiles were made of foam board, and you could puncture them quite easily. And
Yeah.
one of the lads one of the things someone did once was get one of the chairs, turn it upside down, and punch the middle of
And
the
just jam it
chair.
into the
And the
ceiling.
4 legs got wedged through the ceiling tile. Yeah, that's it. And it got stuck in the ceiling. So when the teacher came back, this chair was upside down in the ceiling, hanging there by its legs. So I mean, someone may have also glued a table to the ceiling. That may have been a thing.
I remember being told that they glued a table to Mr. Bog's ceiling, and
Because that would take a long time to dry. So I'm not sure how true that is. That seems a bit bizarre. That would take a
I
long
think it was a thing where like they had I think he had like gone out and
Oh
they
right, because
had done it
he was
before he'd come into the class. So it was
nice.
like the class before. But yeah, I don't know, mad. But I just
Yeah.
remember them telling us, and Mr. Bog wasn't happy about it. I remember
No.
him saying like,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember walking in and looking up, seeing it, and just walking back out.
Oh dear God. That's pretty impressive, to be fair, and I have the time to do that as well. That's quite impressive. Because they say a table would be quite heavy as well. Because the school tables are all metal and wood. They're pretty
Yeah,
heavy stuff.
they'd have to stand on a table and then
Yeah.
pick up the table and then
Yeah.
hold it. They have like 4 people holding it
That
there,
take effort. Yeah, that
and
would
that's
take effort.
kids doing that. That's mad.
It's good on them. To be fair, they managed to do it. That takes teamwork. That's the initiative to do that. Teamwork. I mean, there's a lot
Mr.
of
Bog
tick
always had
boxes there.
that metal bat. It was a baseball bat, wasn't it? Yeah, that metal baseball bat behind his table, and
What have
if
I made?
he would
Oh
he would
yeah,
have he
yes,
would have those like one way windows in his class, so you couldn't see
yes,
in, but he could see
yeah.
out.
That was
And
it. Yeah.
you'd be skiving off, and he'd grab the bat and be like, "Right, I'll be back in a minute." And we'd just see him walk down the end of the playground with his bat. Oh, what a legend!
Right. What
Are
the
you almost
hell
done?
is? Yeah, I think so. You nearly done.
I've just got to put the floor in one place, and then I'm
Yeah, I
sorted.
can. I can probably. Oh my God, we've been going for that time jumped away really quickly.
How long?
We've done 40 minutes at this point. So
Really?
yeah, exactly. We just lost a lot of time in that space of time. But yeah, I can be done in the next 10 minutes, easy. I reckon. 10 minutes.
Cool.
Right, let's do this.
I could be done in the next 6.
Oh, I mean, I can race you to see who can get done first.
All right, let's do it.
All right, the race is on. Dun 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 dun.
Ooh.
Oh, that was another absolutely amazing game. Did you ever used to play Mission Impossible on PlayStation 1?
Oh, you know what? I
That
played it a
game
few times, but I think I played the
was
demo.
Oh, the demo either way it was just an amazing game. I mean, even better than the films, to be honest. That game, if you've never played Mission Impossible or seen the gameplay, have a
On
check it out.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, on PlayStation 1. I mean, it may look rubbish now, but at the time, that game was just amazing because of all the gadgets you had to get and all the little storylines and stuff. So you'd be given this like brief, and you'd have to then try and infiltrate some random party or something like
With
that.
all the things that you've been given.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you'd be given
Oh, that's
like
cool.
a pen that's actually a blow dart or something like that, and you'd have to walk through security and not get caught getting through security into the building, and then you have to then sort of infiltrate this party, and then work out the perimeter of like these people, the guards walking around, and then find your target, and
That's
eventually
cool,
sort of
man.
when they go to the toilet or when they do something at this party, you have to then sort of blow dart them with this pen, and then drag them off into a toilet and hide them. And then you can then steal their face, and then you then wear their face.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Like
that
a face
vaguely,
scanner
yeah.
thing. It prints off their face like a rubber mask, and then you're then wearing their face, and you can then go back out to the party dressed and pretending to be them, and you can then sort of like use the try and get behind scenes and stuff. I can't exactly remember. You have to get like some suitcase or something like that, and then you have to then get out the building without being detected, or you can just go in there, guns blazing, and just shoot everyone.
Yeah, as kids, that was
so, so some kids probably never appreciated it the way I did, and tried to do it properly, where you don't get caught, or you just go in there and just guns blazing. I'm not sure how happy I am now. I look back at my original picture compared to what I've done. I can see what it is I tried to do, but
You don't sound confident. Well, I'm done, so
it
whenever
looks
you
like, when you get a picture and you put it through some sort of filter where it goes like pixelated, and you sort of like just downgrade
and
it
then
and
you throw up
downgrade it
on
and
it.
downgrade it. Yeah, and it is sort
Yeah,
of it looks like the original pictures had that done to it. Although I haven't tried to do like a 2D picture as such. I have allowed it to be sort of 3D,
3D. Okay.
in a sense, where there's a massive hole
The
in the side
wall
of
is huge. How big did you make your thing?
how much taller is the wall than my thing? It's about 1 block taller, 2 blocks taller than my
What?
actual thing. The
Okay.
highest point. But let me just fill in this hole on the side of his head,
I'm
and
just gonna make
I'm done.
sure that is everything. I think that's everything. Oh wait, no, missing one final thing.
In fact, there's a very specific spot you need to stand in for it to make any sense.
Okay, you tell me where to stand and I'll go there.
Let me get a block in the midair so you know where to roughly stand. All right, that's good. I'm done. Look at I forgot I did that bit. I might have to make that a little bit bigger. No, I'm going to leave that as that because that's just too funny to change. Okay, my original intention for the height of this thing was clearly a lot smaller than how I ended up it being. So there is
Oh, really?
there's a
Okay.
proportion change about halfway through.
I'm excited. All right, let me just grab one final thing and then I'll slap
Oh my
that
god.
on.
Right, I'll leave that there. So that gives you.
Oh, lordy, lordy.
Oh my god. I'm quite. Do you know, for what took 40 minutes, or yeah, let's say 40 minutes. We started about 10 past, so yeah, I'd say 40 minutes. I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. With more time, I can make it look cooler, but
Yeah, I'm done.
yeah, I'm done. Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at your one first, or look at my one first?
Um, I'll come round to yours. So I'm going to look away.
Okay. Yeah, look away. Just come towards where I am. That's it. Yeah, that's it. All over it. That's it. And then
Where are you?
face me. That's it. Then I can make you walk backwards. So get the height, height. Right. That's
Man,
it.
this thing's
Stop.
big, isn't
Stop.
it?
Stop. Now go backwards. Walk backwards. Walk backwards. You should see the red block. If you keep going backwards and then look down in a second, keep going backwards. You see the red block. See the
Oh,
red
I
block?
see the red block. Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Stand
you want me to
on that.
on it?
Yeah, and then you can turn around when you're ready. Right. So yeah, when you're ready. Oh, I realised I forgot something.
Oh, bloody! That is cool, man. That is
You can have a walk around if you want.
that is wicked. I love it. Who doesn't love Crash?
I know, I messed up because I accidentally said Crash Bandicoot. I was like, "Oh bollocks! I just told you what it is." You're
I
like,
did not. I did not get that.
you're like, "How did you just randomly say Crash Bandicoot by accident?" I was like, "Oh no, I've ruined it. I've told him what I've done."
Man, that's so cool.
I forgot to put that on him. Yeah, I mean, I've never ever tried to draw Crash Bandicoot before, so that's
Man, I like the sneakers as well. That's
yeah. Look how skinny his ankles are. Look.
yeah.
I was gonna change it, and I thought, no, I'm gonna keep it like that because that's just
Definitely missed leg day.
my intention. Yeah, missed leg day. Yeah.
It's very pixelated. Maybe it looks better if you fly very far away.
If you're up high and far away, like from this sort of angle, looking down
To
diagonally.
the point where it like disappears. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
so you
said,
can't see it.
if you squint your eyes, you can see who it is. Oh, yeah.
I love that, man.
Yes. Well, that's what I've done anyway. From this angle, he looks like he's been hit by a truck and his nose is flattened to his face. But from this side, you can kind of see it. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Do
that's
you
really
wanna,
well done.
thank
Yeah,
you.
so you don't need to look at it from any sort of direction except from around here, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to have my back to it anyway, so you can tell me when to look. So
I'm pretty sure that you're going to
tell
know
me
exactly what if you don't know what it is, I'll be pretty sad.
what height? This height?
Come to where I am actually, just so you.
Okay.
There we go.
Because obviously you want to give me your best angle. Your best angle, son.
My best angle is like this.
Oh, hello.
All right, go
Here,
for it.
we good?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh wow, that's very specific. And have you done the classic? Oh, you didn't. You didn't do a round one on the back corner.
No,
I mean,
that's
how'd
why
you,
I said I couldn't.
yeah, how'd you do round in Minecraft? Yeah. Well, if anyone that doesn't know, this is Rochester Castle, which is
Yeah, boy.
where we grew up. With a, I'm not sure what flag that is. Is that with the white stripe in the middle? Is that the flag of Poland? Is that
It's the Polish flag. Yes. No, I have no idea. I just saw it on the picture. It's just a red flag. So I just.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. You got a little gift shop on downstairs. Is there any gifts in there? You got a floor in.
Well, that's
Nice.
actually no. That part is the sewer.
Oh no, yeah, the gift shop's
That
up
was the
top,
dungeon,
isn't it?
wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to Rochester Castle. Oh,
Yes,
you have
many
got stuff
years
inside.
because you left.
I did left.
You did
Nice.
left,
I did
and
left.
you know because the floor down here is always covered in complete shit from all the
Yeah,
birds.
yeah,
Yeah, there you go. I just thought it'd be nice for you to see Rochester Castle.
yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a nice
First
bit of
time in.
history. It's good to. You've even done the paths. I see. Nice
Yeah,
little
but
footpath.
again, it's not to scale. I didn't get to do the rounded one. I did try because I think it's this one actually. I think it's this one closest to us.
No, it's the back.
Oh,
It's
it's this one.
back corner one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the tunnels did come from. Basically, there's a. I'll put a map up on the screen, but there's a sea. The River Medway goes across here somewhere,
There you go.
and there was a tunnel. Yeah, that looks good. There was a tunnel dug underneath it, and they filled the tunnel with pig fat, and they blew up the tower when they were trying to
Siege it.
lay siege to the tower.
What year was that?
I could guess.
2006.
I could pretend. Yeah, it was the Chavs of 2006. It was during all the looting and rioting.
Yeah.
It wasn't pig fat. It was Burberry. They just laid it under a massive tunnel full of it.
Yeah, mate. Like, gotta fucking blow it
It was
up.
Burberry dipped in Lambrini to set it alight. But yeah, that's really cool. That's a nice bit of nostalgia for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Ye old Rochester Castle with
I mean, if you
the woman in white.
if you compare the height of your castle compared to the height of Crash Bandicoot, I mean,
It's so bad. I can imagine him just like actually being that scale to life,
yeah.
just crushing people.
It's a shame I didn't do him facing the other way because I could take out this wall and it looked like he's like behind the castle, ready to break it. I mean, I can't take his wall out now if you wanted me to, but
Should we do it?
I can take the wall out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, gone. And now I can see how bad the back of my dude is. Actually, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. To be fair, considering I used sand for his body, I don't think that looks too bad from behind.
That isn't actually that bad. I just don't have windows on this side, so if we get attacked from the west, we're a bit doomed.
That's all good. They can't get in. There's nothing to cling to.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And Crash Bandicoot is there to defend our honour.
Defend, yeah, well, exactly. Who needs windows? That's something with Crash Bandicoot standing.
They'll bowl on up like, right, let's take that castle. See him and be like,
yeah, no, it's not that. Yeah,
see you later.
Nah. I love it. That was good fun.
There
Well,
you go.
I hope you enjoyed our random nonsensical chat about anything and everything. I suppose this episode could be called 90's nostalgia.
This can just be Logan and Cosmo attempts to talk about our nostalgia.
Our nostalgia. Yeah,
There you
growing
go.
up.
Growing up.
Medway, bruh.
In it, yo.
Yeah, that was good fun. Well, cheers for joining me. Or should we call it skip leg day?
Crash Bandicoot skips leg day. Look
Yeah.
at that. You put any more sand on top, that would have snapped.
that's a lot of weight on those tiny little ankles.
I like the belt though. Belt buckle's good.
Yeah, I was quite happy with the belt. I thought it did look good. I've also got the turned up jeans as well. When you look at the picture, you'll see that he's got like sort of turned up flares on the bottom with a like slightly lighter shade. So, if you look at the original picture, his ankles in comparison to the width of his shoulders, I think are about that ratio. To be honest, they're not far off that ratio. But yeah, well, yeah. Cheers doing this with me. Hopefully,
It's all good.
you've enjoyed watching this, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, and maybe chuck in the comments what you want us to talk about next.
Yeah,
Anything, everything.
Yeah, anything
all that
you
jazz.
thought about? What games did you guys play? And or physical toys or PlayStation games or Sega games or whatever. And yeah, we'll have a chat about that next time and reminisce some more on the old computer games we used to play. But anyway, leave us a comment. We'll chat about it next time, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, I changed my skin, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, no, I noticed. Got a tight little ass. What?
Thank you, bro.
What?
It looks like I've got some sort of cyber Mickey Mouse on my chest, or a penis with testicles near my chin. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, Cosmo here. I'm joined with my good friend Logan.